Yo, what's good, bro? What's good, bro? We're talking about a few things right now. Basically, we're talking about holding levels versus free space. So, how are you going to mark up this chart right here? How are you going to mark it up, right? Say this is on, say this is on like a 5 minute chart, whatever. I don't know. We can just say whatever we want. As you can see here. How are we going to mark it up? I mean, it's simple. Simple. So this line is our distal line. This is our proximal line, obviously, right? See that? Um, you see that? That's how we'd mark it up. That's a holding level, And honestly, to tell you the truth, I'd give it a little bit like this. Even though that is free space above there, and the Nasdaq, which we trade, whatever. We want to give it a tiny bit of free space, okay? Tiny little bit of space. That's a nice zone. I would take that for a 1 to 1, 1 to 1.5, whatever, right? Um, then for this zone, this is a sniper zone. So the difference here is on the higher time frame, if this is on the 5 minute, then the 15 minute would not see this area right here. This area, that's the sniper area, right? Like because on the 15-minute chart, this is the distal line. So on the 15-minute chart, perhaps it's like this. On the 15-minute chart, this area is like this, right? Oops. So you see how, yeah, these zones lined up. These lines line up with this line because the 15-minute high is right here, right? So therefore, people think that the 15-minute actually broke when price goes, say, it ends up coming back, whatever happens. Um, if it comes back and actually breaks this area, if it breaks this area, what does it look like? It looks like, oh, well, this holding level right here is actually broken on the 15-minute chart because it just broke. Therefore, we should buy. Therefore, it's longs. It broke. But little does everybody know that this holding level or whatever this holding level is not broken yet until the breach of the 5 minute, like all the way down, right? The 5 minute actually is still there, and this is the distal line. So the best way to do this and have a risk reward, you know, tolerance, because we're going to get blown up a lot, um, but sometimes these things work. So we take it actually as far as the 15-minute breaks. We don't want to enter the trade until the 15 actually is broken, the structure is broken. So we'd have it basically above those highs, right? That's what I would do. Okay. So in other words, this is what we got going on. These are our levels. These are our levels. And then the sniper zone is its own color. Because sniper zones are different. They're crucial. And they can break. I would not risk like everything on these sniper zones, but they do work. Absolutely. And there's such a small risk that sometimes it can surprise people on the as far as like the higher time frame chartists go, like they think the structure's broken and we're going up when they get boom and they'll get stopped out, and this will actually bring the price down to here. We can capture 3 to 1s with this. But I mean, generally speaking, let's just keep it to 1.5 to 1. Just try to win, just try to win. So, basically, that is what a holding level and a sniper zone look like. So, stay tuned for part two, where it's going to be a little longer, and we're just going to find it on the actual chart and just basically show you this compared to the actual chart and just see it, right? That's what I plan on doing. So, but for now, this is just a short and sweet video about really what a sniper zone is and what a holding level is. They're very similar. I mean, you could see that this is a holding, kind of like a holding level, because it protects some free space. Same as this, it protects some free space, but the difference is that the sniper zone of a holding level, like this could technically have like a holding level to it. But I mean, there's two different ways to take the trade, really. I mean, there's a whole holding level. This formation itself ideally should work. This whole formation should work, when price comes back to it. That's a holding level before the break, right? But I found that if the holding level is broken a bit, and like I would take the sniper zone. I mean, that's the very last leg. Yeah, I'm down to take it. Because it's about to break anyways. And a lot of times it does break. And by break, I mean it actually shows you where to go. So we know bubbling method, right? Bubbling is when a bar goes right here. Bubbling is like a bear fib right here, a strong bearish move, and then it comes up into that halfway region, whatever, a decent retracement, and it comes down, crashing downwards, and it breaks that low. It breaks this low, boom, and it goes quick right after. Like it breaks that low and it boom, quick dagger candle going downwards, and it signifies just going downwards. So a lot of times that happens against the sniper zone. So here, so a lot of times it comes up, hits the sniper zone, comes down, and then breaks it severely. Okay, so a lot of times you can catch the sniper zone, catch it a 1 to 1.5 or a 1 to 1 at least, boom, and then actually catch the break of it. Because sniper zone so well, and like, well, this thing is not going to hold up to this momentum. It's going to break. So when this pops, hopefully, this corner is all the way, say, up here, right on that distal line, like almost getting stopped out, but it didn't. Came back, hit your target, and it's about to pounce. You can take this breakout upwards for a small profit. In my opinion, you can take it for a decent profit till the next zone. You can probably take profits right here. I'd take my profits around here before the next zone. But um, that's a whole different strategy, the bubbling thing, where it's, you know, that's a whole different strategy. So like this is the example. Like this. I hit my sniper zone, whatever, if there was a sniper zone there. It hit my sniper zone, came back. I got my 1 to 1, I got my 1 to 1.5 or something, and then boom, it breaks out. It breaking this, I'm sent. I want to buy that. Like we can capture maybe a 1 to 1 on that. you know? Or like maybe the length of the sniper zone I can add on. Oops. The length of the sniper zone I can add on to the breakout. Boom, it breaks out to the target. I'm just experimenting with that. But that's literally the setup. This happens all the time. The sniper zone, and then it works, and then it's about to bust through it, and like this happens all the time, and we can play this exact setup. We can play the upside, and then we can play the backside, or you know, we can play the backside of it. And if it breaks, that's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about taking the reverse if we have won the trade. Like if we saw that the sniper zone did indeed work. If it blasts right through it, I would be cautious about taking any bubbling breakouts or whatever, because you might have not known, you might have misjudged what's going on here. Okay, but overall, that's the plan, and that I really think that that'll work. So, and that's what happens. That's what happens. Sniper zones versus holding levels. We didn't get much about a holding level. It's just outside of the range. Um, there can be a trading range around here, right? And if it breaks out for a strong move in one direction like this, exactly like this setup, I'll take this any day. Like if this is the case, and you know, price continues ranging, price continues ranging, and it's in its range, but then it suddenly breaks out. It suddenly breaks out right into here. Absolutely. Um, Absolutely, I would take that short because a big ranging candle, a candle like more exciting than it should be, like meaning it's more bigger than it should be, greater than ATR or greater than the average candle body length, you know, then I'll take that short, and I'll take it um, perhaps to a 1-to-1, perhaps to a 1-to-1. So it's right here would be my target. So yeah, I would take that 50-50, like out of this zone. We should take that profit as a 50-50. Chances are it's going to come down on the same bar to here on the same bar as a wick. And then all you needed to do is come back and touch that area. You need to come back and touch, not the sniper zone. The sniper zone might not be there, but I'm saying um, you just need a 1-to-1 trade. That's it. That's all we're trying to do. And sometimes they work for a lot more than a 1-to-1. Sometimes they're trend changing. As in this area, this came up, that doesn't look all that bad. Especially if this is here and like, you know, um, yeah, it wouldn't be all that bad because it's a still downtrend and it comes up, takes orders, downwards, breaks this low, it's breaking out downwards. Like you can catch a trend using holding levels, but I'm talking about not as fresh, you know, meaning like um, the holding levels that really have been sitting there for a while, they also work. So, but they don't work as maybe a trend changing as the most recent trend just developing. You think there's free space to the here, and it comes up, grabs you, and I'll take those shorts and trying to hold it for a longer period of time, more than 1-to-1. But you just have to decipher through that. We gotta just pick our strategy, back test it, and then put it to work. That's our plan. Thank you for watching.